What up? Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy Big Boosie. Back, man. Ain't go live in a couple days, man. I've been running, man. Had a few things to get taken care of on the truck. Took up a lot of my time, but I got it done. Back doing what we supposed to do. Make sure you're new to the channel, man. Please hit that subscribe button for me. Please hit that notification so you know when I'm up here. And please hit that like button. Most of all, please hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. That's how we get things done. So, yeah. Want to get into a few things, man, real quick. Came up here to chime in with y'all. Close to lunch break. Some people take their lunch break right now. You know, it is what it is. Still getting very interested, man. I see my boy Casa going in on the Gully TV dude once again, because Gully keep bothering him. Like he said, you all the way in Hawaii worrying about another man on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day, man. I can't understand it. It wasn't just he's still mentioning my name. He's still mentioning 10 Toes Down name. He's still mentioning DC Black name. It's like, yo, you out all the way in Hawaii and you still mentioning names, bro, of other men, let alone you ain't even go out there with a woman. But you be talking about how much of a pretty ninja you is, man. I ain't never seen nobody but that keep calling themselves a pretty ninja on top of it, man. A real dude talking about they a ninja dude. So I'm hearing, yeah, you was a little college nerd dude. That's really what you are, who you are. So that explains why you want to take on this persona like you a tough guy and you act like you have street qualities or credibilities and nobody never even heard of you or from you. Nothing about you says street. We ain't never gonna forget you are a woman beater. You said you are a woman beater, man. That's gonna stick with you forever until you show us that you went and got some rehabilitation. Because I don't, I can always give a person benefit of the doubt. They go get rehabilitated on, being an abuser to women. Because that's fine. You don't beat on women, kids, harm kids, old people. You don't never do that. But you admitted to it. You ain't went and showed no signs of rehabilitation. You still up here. I don't know if women even support you. If they are, something must be wrong with them that's supporting you and actually heard you say you beat on women, bro. We ain't never gonna get around that. So you could talk all the talk you want, but I'm sure you probably did your research. Who I am, once again. You ain't gonna do nothing but run into a stumbling block. Period. You got a long way to catch up. Long way to catch up. And I ain't slowing down no time soon, brother. So you ain't doing nothing but just talking and just saying my name. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. For real. But I just want to get into one thing. I ain't really gonna come up here and waste too much time about no gullible TV. And one person in the comments said Gully don't mean that you are a cornball or nothing. In New York terminology, you are a cornball if you are, they call you, you gully to the fact of this, or you, man, that's too gully, or, anything gully is like corn dog, depending on the terminology. Might mean they laid back. But no real man don't want the name Gully, man. But, you ain't know no better because you a college dude. But while he was over there in Hawaii in that little box space of a terrace, he's sitting there talking about he smelled that woman from all the way afar. She smelled like she wearing bad bitch perfume and all that. And he's sitting over there lusting. I'm like, damn, this man went all the way over there and don't got a woman? You don't got a woman with you, bro? Ain't you over there by yourself? You ain't even got, it ain't even a homeboy's trip? You ain't never show a room what you stand. Yo, you was a real character, my G. You didn't even show the room or nothing. Then you go outside and you outside on the beach and you showing the little funny looking sandals you was wearing, man. It's like you are a show off dude, man. You want to make people think you got money. Anybody can get on a plane and go to Hawaii, my G. Anybody, man. Anybody. Like, you're not doing nothing spectacular, man. Nothing. There's so many people in your comments talking about how they've been over to Hawaii and Maui and all that, man. Show somebody something different if you're really trying to show off something, my G. Now, this is the most important thing to me with you. Everybody say how many kids you got, all of the above. You want to keep coming back and going in on because he done blasted you that you don't take care of your kids and none of that. But you want to come back and show pictures of your jewelry, pictures of you inside of a club with dudes. You ain't really show no real cars, but you was talking about, you know, you weren't even talking about no real foreign cars, man. The best one you might have said, I think, was a Saab. Come on, bro. Man, you sound wild, man. You sound wild. We was riding those way back in the late 89s, man, and Saabs and all that. And the other car you talking, we was renting those. American made joints. Nothing against American made. I like American made. I'm just saying, you saying it like you bought some cars that cost a whole bunch of money. Big boy Benzes and all, we been riding them, man. I'm 20-some years old. I spent 105 cash on the first CL500 halogen lights. Niggas ain't even seen them. I had that in 98. Big facts. The list can go on. But you showing all these pictures of you with what you did with the little long jewelry chains, and did you talk about you try to assassinate uncharacter knowing that he's the one that put you on. You a real foul dude, my dude. Knowing he's the one put you on. You trying to exclude all of the real history, and then he got to blow you up again. But my point is, you went and show all these pictures when put you on blast about not take care of your kids. You haven't showed one time the houses that you supposed to live in or got. You still in that basement. You haven't showed one thing. You didn't even show no pictures of you and your kids. Not none. And I had the audacity to speak about a counselor saying what your son said about you. That's the only thing you did or said about your kid. That your son said that he would get a toaster and do it to you and do something to you, man. That's crazy. But you never showed nothing. You never showed nothing of you even with your kid. We seen that one video you was at the gym. And once again, unsaid, you might pick one time out of the month and look like you doing something with your kid. And that was from afar. You ain't show you hugged up on her after the game was over or nothing. Or after practice was over, whatever you was in there for. You haven't showed nothing close up, my G. Nothing with you and your kids, man. But you keep mentioning my name. And you don't know nothing about me. You haven't showed nothing with your kids, but you picked the time to find pictures to show jewelry because said you wasn't really popping like that. You didn't have this, you didn't have that. But you took the time out to find those pictures. But he also said something about your kids. And you did not get pictures. You did not show video, being that you like to show off. Because you really don't got nothing to prove. You don't. But I'm only saying it because you went and did it and found pictures for this topic on your own. You went and found, these pictures and didn't show off nothing of your kids that you are with them. You didn't have your kids saying, what? My daddy is official. You didn't even put your kids up, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. And people follow you. You a known woman beater. They said you don't take care of your kids. You ain't showing nothing about your kids, but you show pictures about jewelry and little bum cars that you was showing, bro. Like, that's crazy to me. But people follow you. It goes to show you how many people out here. If we didn't have these videos, it would show how many people are really in a messed up frame of mind, a messed up thought process, messed up character, to follow a character like you and still support a character like you, bro. This is deep right here. Very deep. You didn't show nothing about your kids. How can somebody respect you, man? Real people not going to respect a person like you, my G. So now, to get back to you with your kids, you over there in Hawaii showing, you know what, showing off where you at, I guess, because you know, unhurt your feelings real bad. So in your mind, you got to go and show people that you are traveling in Hawaii like you somewhere big. Like you somewhere nobody else can go, bro. And it's like, my G, what do it all mean, man, at the end of the day, man? What do it all mean? What's your point? Nothing. You're not doing nothing nobody can do. Now, this is the kicker right here. The kicker is one of your people that was on your page said, do you bring your kids out there with you? You was like, no, why would I bring my kids? I'm out here working. Do you take your kids to work? It depends on the job. A lot of people take their kids to work. A lot of people. My mother used to take us to work with her. She worked in the bank for years. We used to be in there with her. Sometimes out of the months, she'd just take us with to work, with her to work. I know people that had their sons riding with them in their trucks and their 18-wheelers riding around, showing them the ropes. The list go on. Everybody drop a comment if you know people that take their kids to work. Because he said, why would he take his kids to work to Hawaii? If you got 15 of them, we know you ain't doing that. But according to your paper, this shouldn't be nothing to you to take 15. If you got 10 of them, it shouldn't be nothing to take them over there with you. But in a place like that, you saying you over there working, why would you take your kids, right? So if you over there really working, why you ain't show nobody the work part that you went over there to do? Why are they only seeing you on the balcony, then you outside sitting down in the little, I guess, the little hangout area, all the tourists or the people that's out there doing their, you know, vacation and whatever they are out there for. You showing all of that stuff, but you ain't showing nothing from work. Now, if I missed it, y'all hit it in the comments. Drop it in the comments for me where he was out there showing his work ethic. It just shows you a lot of how he is a liar. And he's a fraud, facade. Why would you take your kids out there even if you was at work? It'd be giving them something to do if you got one that's a certain age bracket, watch a certain one. And or you take you somebody that could watch them. According to you, you got a lot of money, so you get you a little nanny to put on the plane to watch them because you might be doing something at work. But why wouldn't you take your kids to a spot like that? Because only thing I saw you was out there sitting on the balcony, showing sneakers. You had different chains of them little girly, ugly flip-flops or open-toe sandals that you had. Like, why wouldn't you take your kids? How you was out there on business? You ain't doing nothing but showing all the fun things that you was having. It didn't really look all business to me because I didn't see nothing business you was doing. And you said you wouldn't take your kids. People don't take their kids to work. Plenty of people take their kids to work, man. You ain't showed nothing about kids yet. When unsaid it, you didn't have no comeback for that yet about your kids. But when unsaid about your jury bogey and this, that, you had plenty of comeback, plenty of pictures. What kind of man is you, man? Instead of showing your kids first, I would never let nobody say, I don't take care of my kids, ever. I would definitely have to correct that first. You lost your entire mind because one most important thing in the world to me is my kids, period. I don't care what I might go through with their mothers, and even if I went through something with them, they still very important to me. To my straight taken care of for the rest of the childhood all the way up to being a grown person. Like, you don't even make sense. Like, I'm just sitting here bugged out about how you ain't send nothing. Nothing. Show nothing. Now you in Hawaii, why would you take your kids to work? Especially with you over there letting look like you was working, look like you had plenty of time to spend with your kids and hold it down till you had to go to work or do something. I'm confused with that, bro. When I come up here, I'm coming up here to speak facts. I ain't coming up here to call you out no names and none of that. If I call you out something, it's because of what you is, and you a fraud, and you bogus. I met your kind before, man. You want to be so bad, man. You want to be something so bad that it's sad, man, that your character is really trash like that. How far you think you going to go out here, man? How far you think you going to go? This is crazy, man. And you picked the right name, man. Gully TV, man. You picked the right name, Gully TV, man. Because Gully means gullible. And you doing gullible stuff, man. You ain't showed nothing about your kids since Un went in on you. About your kids. But Un went in on you about your jury. You wanted to show all the jury the next day to prove to the people you was official. That's deep to me, my brother. That's deep to me, man. Show us. And now we also know that you are a woman beater, and you ain't even showed that you went and got rehabilitated from beating on women. None of that. You still owning up to that. And if there are women that's following you, that's crazy. And if there are men that's following you that got sisters, girl cousins that they love like a sister, aunties, a mother, and men that are following you, that means they will let somebody beat on their mama, sister, cousins that they look at as a sister. Ain't no dude gonna ever tell me he a woman beater and I'm gonna support it. That's crazy. Why would I do that? Because if a man put his hand on my mama, my sister, anybody, man, you ain't gotta worry about putting your hands on nobody ever again. And that's in real life. That go for any man on this planet. So I don't know what kind of people support you or where you even get your thought process from, homeboy, but you bugged out. I ain't seen you tell you nothing about your kids yet. Then you over there bragging because you over in Hawaii. Like, that's somewhere hard to go. They got discounted trips. You know how many people got people that work on airlines to get discounted tickets? It's all so many ways to get cheap tickets to go to those places, man. You was really a joke, my G. You really a joke, man. So until you show us you ain't a woman beater, till you show something about your kids, man, stop talking about me, man. You ain't gotta mention me, dude. Period. I don't even smoke marijuana, G. Period. I don't get high, so I pay well attention to foolery when I see one, man. And you was definitely one of those, my nigga. You was lost your entire mind to even be on this internet like you giving advice about something. You don't even count no more until you show us you ain't a woman beater, show us that you really rock with your kids. Because who would do business with you and you don't even rock with your kids? You ain't trustworthy. If you don't want to see your kids eat, have clothes on their back, make sure they're going to grow up to be something or somebody. You are not in their life as far as we is concerned. So how you going to teach other people on this internet about doing the right things or something, man? You're running out. Your lies catching up to you, brother. That's just that. Straight like that. So I just wanted to bring that to gullible attention, because he's a gullible individual. I want to break something else down. Every time people go to jail, a crew of people, I just told people about this, right? Y'all can't be robbing and robbing dudes and it's a crew of y'all doing it. Y'all can't be really in the same car, in the same vehicle, dirty, and one of y'all don't just take the whole weight. if they know that all of y'all are in the same car and nobody says theirs, they locking everybody up. That's a fact. Everybody gotta go. Right? So between that, between robbing people, between robbing banks, and it's more than one of y'all, status boom, salute, bro. You already know. That's all I know. Give him this work. So my point is, when people get caught up now, the new rule is four or five people in the same either robbery case and or now. Let's just don't go and or now yet. Let's go from what we've been hearing with people on the same robbery case. And like I told people before, it might be 2 or 3 dudes on the same robbery case, and one might don't have a criminal record, and 2 of them might got a criminal record. And they really know they caught dead to the right. But in their mind, they think they might got a loophole to beat it. But they never discussed at the beginning before they did this crime. If we get caught, because nobody never want to discuss those words. Hey, don't jinx it, don't jinx it. There's no such thing as don't jinx it. You always had the same story. If you're getting in the car with drugs, always have the same story. Because I guarantee you, if y'all watching enough YouTube, I already know this by doing that movement when I was in them streets. You always have the same story, and don't change nothing up. Don't think the police is your friend, because they're always going to separate you and ask you, where y'all going? How long y'all planning on staying? Number one, you ain't even supposed to say nothing. I exercise my 5th Amendment. I don't want to talk about nothing. That's what y'all all supposed to be saying. But still in all, still have the same in your mental, same talk, same conversation, same plan, same everything for y'all get in that car and execute doing wrong. Don't always think everything gonna go right. With these robberies, all of y'all in the same boat. Y'all do a robbery. Y'all ain't having these conversations. If something go wrong, my criminal record on 10,000. My criminal record on 10,000. My criminal record ain't on 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Out of 3 people, right? So if they get us to the right, what we gonna do is we still all going to trial and we standing on this right now? Because now the new thing is, if a person go in there and one of them cop out, then the rest of them might go to jail. Because they might could use it against them. And this is just thrown in the air because, as you know, some people saying you can't use it against the person. Another person said that it happened to him before and his co-defendant copped out. And he had to say yes to everything that him his co-defendant had to say everything that his co-defendant did, even implicate him in it. He said when that happened, they couldn't use it against him. He said he went through that. He said he know this for a fact. He was defending Max B on that. But now, everybody got these new rules of who's a rat now, who's a snitch when they come home. Everybody want to put a snitch jacket on somebody after they do so much time. But none of this was never said why that person was in jail and all of that. But they copped out and they said yes, yes, yes. But they never said yes, and I did it this way. And yeah, we ran in the house and did it. They just said yes, yes to whatever the prosecutor asked. I always said the prosecutor could ask my co-defendant anything, and they saying yes and yes and yes. If I go to trial and they try to bring that up, I want to know what did he said. Only thing he said was yes. If I was a juror and I heard a person get the prosecutor try to utilize a person's statement with him just saying yes, I would say not guilty, because you letting the person say yes to anything you asking them to send them home. It just sounds like he told you a couple of lies. Like I said before, if the prosecutor asks, do you eat doodle also? He gonna say yes so he can go home to appease the prosecutor. That's what it sounded like to me. He didn't tell the story of what was what. That's all I'm saying. So my point is, Geechi Gotti, and what is it, 3 other guys with him? Or 2 other guys? I think it's 3 other guys. It's gonna get very interesting now. Because out of all them cats that's in that car, including Geechi Gotti, when things start hitting the fan, evidently they had something on them boys, because they already knew to catch that car because it's robbing drugstores. Them police already knew that. So that means everybody in that car is already guilty. Ain't none of them could say those was my pills and everybody go home, because they would have gave them opportunity to do that. They know that these was robberies, and the evidence that they found was pills inside of there. So that means all persons that was in that car is guilty. Now, what would they fight it on if they go to court? They can't fight it on a traffic stop because they wasn't pulled over illegally. They was pulled over because they was the police got a 911 call and described that car, and I guess how many people was in it, and said that they robbed these Walgreens. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have video surveillance with them breaking into these, and they said several drugstores. So they're gonna have this video of them doing these crimes. So I'm wondering, how would they fight it? So now it's going to come to a point where they got to get in there and team up mentally and say, yo, we're going to take it to trial, or we all going to cop out. So what if 3 of them is smart and see that they got video surveillance of us? They caught us in the car. They actually got the drugs. One of them might say, they ain't got no video of me. I'll just say, y'all pick me up. I didn't know what y'all was doing. I'm going to trial. Right? Now, 3 of them might say, we copping now. They got us. Now, the one that don't got what feel in his heart, he could beat it due to whatever reasons. They don't got him on video. He could say he just jumped in the car with them. And let's say that even really happened. So now they cop out, get their time, and the one that wanted to fight the case, he's going to say, all my co-defendants snitched on me. And according to the new street rules, that'll be a legitimate statement that he would say that all his co-defendants snitched on him, because they're going to have to, when you cop out and take a plea, they're going to ask you everything that they are charging you with, evidence that they got. They're going to ask you, are what we are charging you with. Did you go in the store? Did you break the lock? Did you go inside behind the counter? All these things you're going to have to say yes to. Was so-and-so with you? Was they with you? You're going to have to say all of this stuff, man. So now at this point, the one that didn't do the plea bargain, he's going to have all the rights to say that the other ones told on him. So I'm in my mind, I'm hoping they got their stories together. I hope that they already discussed what they was going to do if they get caught. We all going to trial. If the evidence is bad against us, then we all got to cop out. It doesn't matter. And see, the one that don't got no real record going to be like, damn, man, I signed up for this, and now you got to cop out and get a criminal record when you don't really got a record, and you might could go ahead and get less time. But if you cop out now, they're going to say you told on all 3 of them. See how stupid this is now? This is my whole point. This is why it's stupid now to do crimes with each other now. it's a wrap. Unless y'all got it designed that y'all understand what it is at the end of the program, that if y'all get caught, y'all know what y'all all doing, how it's gonna go down. You always gotta discuss what might go wrong. Always. If not, y'all better stop doing crimes together, man. Period. Period. And now at this point, in this particular crime, for the police to be on the trail to them, they already got that phone call from somebody describing them and describing that car. So I don't know how they would fight to get out of this one. But you never know. It's just always that one person, or maybe two. Man, I ain't copping out, man. I'm going to trial, man. And that's going to force you to have to go to trial. And if you got a bad record, he's still going to get less time than you. You got to hold it down because you don't want to look like a rat. Now you're going to get humongous more time than he would, or they would, that got less crime, less charges. Or should I say, not even a real criminal record. So now this whole thing with brothers doing crimes together is out the window. Unless y'all do either one of them things. Discuss what it's going to be if we get caught at the end of the day. Discuss who might take all the weight if something happened. Because it happens. It happens. And unfortunately, it just comes a part of the game, man. We can't always think that that everything gonna be golden when you're doing out there hustling, when you're on the highway trafficking drugs, or when you sticking people up, or when you robbing stores, or when you robbing banks, man. You always gotta hope for the best, but expect the worst, because that always follows sometime. You might get away with it 2-3 times, but you better make sure you got the plan down packed with what you are doing, because it's very serious. I've been that route twice. 7 of my co-defendants, 7 of us, matter of fact. And one of my little homies just said he gonna make sure he take everything. Kingston, New York, can't make this up. All over the news, period. 1991, I think that was. But we learned to play the game early. Don't never let a police tell you, oh, your homeboy said it was yours, when they got y'all separated. Because first of all, even if a person ratting you, you still not supposed to be ratting back, period. Because now you just turn into a rat. You think, because, oh, he told me, oh, nah, he started it first. Nah, that still don't matter. So if he even did that, you still off the gate supposed to be like, I don't care what he's saying. I've been through that too. Had to tell him, I don't care what he's telling you. He's telling you something to save himself. And vice versa. We already knew the game. They run that game on you so you could try. So they could try to get you to start telling. Now you incriminated yourself. They got you. It's over. You already getting locked up. Even if the other one didn't tell. And then the other one gonna know that you really told in real, for real. See, now you all jammed up in the pickle with what the police put you in. The police is never your homeboys out here. And I ain't out here trying to tell nobody how to do no crime. The police is foul for what they do. A lot of these bogey rules is stupidity, but a lot of movement that people are doing, when you do them, is stupidity. Because you can't move stupid, you gotta move smart. So hopefully Geechi Gotti and his crew had a plan already. If something ever hit the fan, what they gonna do when they get in there behind those bars. So hopefully they got a plan. Hopefully later on, y'all quote me weeks later, maybe a month or 2-3 months later. Hopefully not. somebody out of that team gonna be saying so-and-so told on me. So-and-so told on me, man. D. Johnson, salute. Let's hope that that's not what the case is, man. But it's possible that that might happen. It's possible. If nobody stuck to the plan, if there is a weak link, I'm not saying there is, and not even being a weak link, the plan is we all copping out or we all going to trial. Before they got in that car, before they even got over there in Ohio, they supposed to have that off the gate, what it's going to be. And that's how anybody that do any crimes, y'all make sure y'all share this, man. To all the gangsters that's out there that want to get together and plot and go rob something or rob somebody, and then later if they get caught, knock on wood, but they should already have a plan. What we gonna do if we all get jammed up? Because if you cop out, I'm gonna get in trouble. Discuss that now before y'all even go out there and press the go button on it. Don't wait till y'all get caught and now y'all in jail and y'all going back and forth mad at each other because one want to cop out. But in his mind, they can't use it against you. But in your mind, they can use it against you. So the streets start getting up here, chiming in and making the next person look bad. I haven't seen a lawyer yet that says, no, they can't use it against you. I chat GPT that it said that it can be used against you if the judge allow it. Your lawyer can fight against the prosecutor to not allow a person's plea to go against his co-defendant. Especially if he ain't got nothing signed in there with saying he got to come back and testify, because they would have to, because you have the right to face your accuser. So if he took a plea and they ain't got nothing about him having to come back, or his plea is lifted up and he go back to his regular charges, he ain't got to go back in there. And if nobody's sitting on that stand, that really ain't a strong case anyway. But I know I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. I just don't see how all the people that I know back in the days that got locked up for certain things and people took pleas and some of them didn't. Nobody never used to come back and say, yo, so-and-so told on me because he took a plea. Nobody never said that. Nobody never said when I went to trial, man, they used his plea against me. Nobody never said that. A lot of this is new stuff out here right now to me. So I don't know. I ain't a lawyer on that note. I do know some law. I'm kind of, hip to some of the things in law, but I ain't all the way there. But still in all, this is a key factor now, being that it is out on the internet, because the internet is wide open now and everybody get to put their opinions, and people that ain't even from the streets think that they know something. They don't know nothing. They just say what they hear everybody else say, call people rats and all that, sit at home and work regular jobs, never even really been outside, just chiming in with what the streets is saying. But it's crazy. So let's hope Geechi Gotti and his homies got their story together, or their plan together. At this point, it's not a story. Their plan to fight out of this case right here and coming home with their name integrity intact. That's just the bottom line. Because at the end of the day, they still in our culture, in our world. And once you get that stain that you is a rat, or even sound like they calling you a rat, nobody don't even like that now, would never want that name on their jacket, especially when they know they didn't do nothing. But especially when what the bogey people that's opinionating don't know what they talking about, trying to make you look bad and keep running with that narrative. So let's hope Geechi Gotti and his team got everything intact, got it all together, and know what they're going to do together as a unit. Because right now, they got to look at it. They are as one right now. They are aligned as one. Those charges they got them aligned as one. Everybody either going to trial, or everybody either copping out to whatever they're getting. Because they're going to play each one of them against each one of them. They're going to play each one of them against each other. And that's just how it's going to go. So that's my take on all of that. Your boy Big Boosie, I got to roll out. Make sure y'all share this. Please share it. Please hit that like button for me, man. Hit that like button, man. It puts this joint in algorithm. We need people to really hear this message. And I ain't talking about the Gully Gullible TV, fraud dude. I'm talking about this important message right here to all the wannabe stick-up dudes, wannabe get money dudes, and doing these things together and not even understanding the real frame of law that they are putting themselves in if they get caught. And it ain't about no you jinxing it, you jinxing it. You always got to talk about it, because if you don't, you're going to wish you talked about it when they got you in them cuffs. Because now you ain't going to know what to say. Period. Everybody get caught, man. It's just a matter of time. You can hustle 100 years, man. It take them one time to get you. All the money you done made, at 9 times out of 10, they're going to take all of it back. You got to pay bail money. You got to pay for lawyer money. Hopefully they don't know where your money at, because they're going to go and grab it to take all of that. And then you all that hard work that you put in is all the way down the drain, man. I'm not telling it to you because I'm guessing. I'm telling it to you what I know. I know from experience, and I know from a lot of my big homies that I grew up around, learning what I learned from their mistakes. That's it, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that notification so you'll know when I'm up here giving you this good information, man. Your boy Big Boosie, man. I'm sliding out. Salute to the chat.